I want to start with Priyanka, asking her about his character. How was for you, Priyanka, to play a hero that is typically portrayed by men in this kind of movies, and, in my opinion, break down some stereotypes about female characters in movie action, in action movies?
I mean, I think it is very far and few in between that we get to see female characters that play not just lead a movie, but play characters that are so defining. And what was interesting to me after I read this script was that there were so many actual female pirates in history that we never heard of. And when I did the rabbit hole deep dive into the 19th century or the 18th century, and like Grace O'Malley from Ireland, I read the book Pirate Queen of Ireland, and their lives were incredibly difficult. And like I can't imagine being a woman in leading a pirate ship. So that was just very interesting to bring in that kind of history and depth into a fun, amazing, badass character and a badass story. And I think like being able to, the movie was made from the lens of Frank really wanted both of our characters to have agency in both our stories, and so that it felt really formidable. And I think that was also very cool in this film.
And for Karl, well, your character and Priyanka's character share a very intense story. They had a romance, they had fights in the past, they had this betrayal. How was for you to work with Priyanka to build that confidence that we see in the screen, and especially that final scene, that fight scene between both of you?
I had a fantastic time working with Priyanka. Priyanka is very dedicated to the film and to her role, and also making sure that the film overall is cohesive, and that every single point, every moment can mean the most that it could possibly mean. And we rehearsed and trained together to do the fights that we have in the film, and you have to have a lot of trust in your partner when you do those things, because if it goes wrong, you can get hurt. And we just had such a blast working with each other, and super proud of the end result and how the film came out. I mean, this film is relentless. It's like a lit fuse, and
Yeah.
I can't wait for
It does
audiences
not
to see it.
stop.
It's great in the screen. Priyanka, for you, who was your experience as a mother to play this character that also is a mother and has this mother instinct to go on, to survive, and to live for his son?
I'm really glad you touched on that and that resonated with you, because when I read the script for the first time, my daughter was just 2 years old, and she had come out of a very intense health situation. And I just kept thinking about how far would I go to protect her? And that feeling was my ethos in the whole movie is, you know, if someone came for my daughter or my family, I could rip them apart. Like, I felt that rage, and that was my channel for Bloody Mary, because she fought so hard for a family. That's all she wanted, was that family, a child, and that peace and quiet, and the threat of that being taken away from you. So that feeling is synonymous, and I really held on to that.
And for Karl, you have a great experience in movies and TV shows with action scenes in The Boys, Lord of the Rings, and Mortal Kombat also. How was for you to train with all the weapons your character wields on this film?
It's a skill set that I guess I first um, was trained in back during the Lord of the Rings time, and the guy who trained me was Bob Anderson, who played Darth Vader.
Oh my
He was
God.
the sword master. Every time
Wow.
Darth Vader was,
Yeah.
fighting as this lightsaber, it's Bob Anderson. So Darth Vader taught me how to fight, and it was great to come back to that skill set, because it's been a few years since I'd used it, and I just love it. I have so much. There's something about the flow and form of sword fighting that that comes naturally to me. And yeah, I had a blast. It was so much fun.
That's
Okay,
an iconic
Karl.
story, by the way.
Yeah,
That Darth Vader
yeah, taught me
how to
sword
wield
fight.
a sword.
It's a great crossover. Okay, Karl, Priyanka, thanks for your time and congratulations for this movie. It was amazing. I really
Thank
enjoyed it.
you.
Yay!
Thank you,
so
Osvaldo.
much. Thank
Thank
you.